Hello everybody, welcome back to Wolfeei. Today is day number 28 of Daily December. It is only 4 days left, including today. We are getting to the end of Daily December, and heads up, I probably, unless there's something to talk about, will not be making a video on January 1st, because it's the new year. So anyways, today we're going to be talking about MCC, or not MCC, we're going to be talking about Block Wars, Block Wars teams, as was suggested by Yahyo, who has been an active member of the Wolfeei community, saying, I know you probably have the rest of the month planned out, but if you have a spare day, you should look at Block Wars Reddit teams. Hey, we're gonna look at fan-made Block Wars teams. Predictions for Block Wars 10, I guess. Heads up, by the way, there will be a Block Wars soon. They were not going on break. We're just not hosting an event right now because of the holidays. That's why. Anyways, today we're going to be looking at fan-made Block Wars teams / predictions for Block Wars 10. Shout out Tubbo and QSMP. Moving on. So there's 8 posts we're going to be looking at today, which means we're going to be looking at, let me math, 64 teams. It's going to be a wild ride. Go sit tight and nicely for this. Also, I will be very honest, okay? I will be nice and honest. The reason I will be honest is so you can learn about team making, because team making is a harsh industry, okay? It is tough work, okay? You gotta get through the mud, okay, to get good at team making. Anyways, realistic-ish Block Wars 10 team preds from 3 days ago. Starting off with the red team, this team is pretty good. I like it. It is very MCC-esque, obviously with me and Kyle thrown in, but not too MCC-esque because it has half MCC players and half non-MCC players. So, pretty solid. What I have heard is that supposedly Joel and Jimmy are going on a ski trip, I think, supposedly in January. A little bit of a spoiler, that's when the event is, so I don't know if they'll be available. I'm assuming they won't be, but maybe, we'll see. Next up, Orange Otters. This is a, kind of a Pirates team, I think, right? I think Jack isn't a Pirate SMP member, maybe, but I think the rest is. Hey, this could work. I think this would be a solid team. This could be an interesting one. It is pretty good, because Red and Oppo is a very strong duo. And Grace, Martin, and Jack are all people I would consider not bottom frags, but mid-tier. So having 2 really good players and 3 mid-tier players is pretty dang good. It kind of applies here too. This is an even crazier one. I'm obviously the top frag. Second frag would be Callum or Kyle. But the second frag would be a little lower. But then we have either Kyle as a third frag or Callum as a third frag, which would be insane. Joel as a fourth frag is really good, and Jimmy as a fifth frag. In Block Wars is relatively fair, but in MCC that would be insane. So, hey, solid. Next up, Golden Gorillas. This team is very good. You got Cookie God and Camman duo again, together with Force of It, and Mid Mystic and Caboodle. Now, Cookie God, I don't actually know if Cookie God is planning on playing another Block Wars. He kind of dipped after playing the first one, which that's fine. I mean, if he wanted to play one and not play again, that's totally fine by me. The rest of the team are all people who actively play or sign up, as far as I'm aware at least. It feels very familiar, but I guess Cookie God and Force of It are kind of the fresh faces on this team, people that you don't really see in Block Wars frequently. This could be a good balanced team though. I mean, it's lifesteal leaning. It's not obviously a lifesteal team. It's very much a modern Minecraft YouTuber team, but it could work. It's very potentially cracked though. Mid Mystic fourth fragging is scary because Mid Mystic is like a 25th place player as far as I remember. Force of It's third fragging is also very scary. But Camman top frag is going to be a change of pace, so we'll see how this would go. I mean, we won't see because this isn't a team, but I think it could be good. Next up, Lime Lions, very interesting team, very good team as well. I guess if they're all good, it would be balanced. But Yahi is someone who doesn't really play Block Wars much. He's played twice now, I think, both of which were on invite basis. Sandwich Lord is obviously someone who has played an event before. Sandwich, 5up, and Ryan is a very good trio. Yahi, 4th frag, and Michaela, 5th frag is pretty fair. But this could be a pretty scary team. I'm not gonna lie. So, but I like it anyways. Moving on. I've just realized I've done half a team prediction, or half a team roster, and it's been 5 minutes. Okay, let's do this a little bit faster. This one, I mean, by the time that this post was made, this would have been a good team. Not sure if it would work as well now, but hey, it's sure. Yep. Yep. This is a good team. Moving on. Blue Bears. This feels very familiar, but I like it though. It's very good. This is a pretty good team. Shatter. Oh, actually, never mind. Boosters of Fraud. I forgot. Never mind. This team's pretty balanced. Yeah. And it would be very fun. I hope Poke does end up playing an event. I think he'd like to. I just don't think he's like really paying attention to it. But this would be a fun team. Next up, Purple Pelicans. This makes sense to predict. Yeah, this looks about right. I don't know if this team would actually happen. A little bit of insight. Erit has specifically said that they are more of a like for fun player leaning team, or more for fun leaning player, including rookies as well. Like just the events that aren't super sweaty. This team would be a little bit sweaty, so I don't know if that would work, but it could be a fun one. I mean, a purpled Hannah and Joe Bart trio makes a lot of sense, and Mina fits very well as well on here, so this could work. Also, purpled on purple, obviously your prediction's wrong. That's not going to happen, guys. Look, he got it in Twitch Rivals or whatever. He's never getting it again, okay? Anyways, moving on. Fuchsia Frogs, final team. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense too. This team is actually a little bit... No, actually, this team is really good. Curry and Misty's an insane duo. Smant and Eric on the same team makes sense to request since they've, become friends again as of recent. And Meow Moonified on the team. Hey, why not? Anyways, good team. Let's see what people are thinking. These teams are so good. You cooked. Yeah, these teams are crazy. Yeah, okay. Bro, whipped out Joe Bart's full name. That's Joe's. This is what you put on the team announcements. His name is Joe Bartolozzi. Anyways, next up, unbalanced blockwars teams. First off, we see a newcomer appearance of Grian and Scar. I'll be completely realistic. Not very likely that those two will be joining soon, at least. Not because we don't want them, but because I don't think they would want to play, or at least I don't think they'd enjoy the current states of the event, just because it's still a little bit too sweaty. At least sometimes. I guess last event was pretty good, but I'll guarantee you now, the balancing for upcoming event is very unlikely going to be the same as Block Wars 9, just because we can't. Like, it was just a 1 in a million chance. Okay, maybe not. Maybe like a 1 in 10 chance that something like that was going to happen. Anyways, moving on. Red team, this is a good team. On paper, I like it. It makes a lot of sense. It's good. Cool. Next up, Orange Otters. Yeah. This team is a little bit weak for Block Wars, but I like it. It's cool. It's a fun team. Next up, Golden Gorillas. This team is interesting. This could work pretty well. An interesting combo of people. Parker and Cam, I think, have already teamed before. By the way, side note, we are trying to make teams unique in the sense of like trying to make, like, the stronger duos are the ones we pay attention to the most. Try to alter the stronger duos from time to time so you don't really see too many repeats. I will probably, end up actually putting 2 people on the same team again on accident. And after I said that, anyways, pretty solid team. This could be interesting. Lime Lions, this team feels very underpowered. Mythical Sausage also as a newcomer would be very interesting. I don't think that's likely to happen soon, but this team feels underpowered. Second frag here would be who? Scott or Ollie, I think, which compared to the other teams is not even remotely fair. Comparing this to just the yellow team, pretty much every single player on yellow in their respective frag outfrags the other player, with maybe the exception for Shadoon, but then the second frag between probably Parker and Scott is insane difference. So I don't know about that one. Aqua team, I mean, this could work. Weightbox as a newcomer is a very interesting one. I mean, I'm sure he would love to play, maybe, but I don't know if we'll have an easy way to fit more of the Rising participants in without bulking up the roster too much. But the combination of people is interesting. I think this team's also maybe potentially a little bit weak, but I don't know how well Weightbox would do at Block Wars. And for the rest, I mean, H-Bomb is not a very consistent top frag in Block Wars. I think he actually would be more of a second or third frag in the event. I think he's actually third fragged. I think he's only been a third frag so far, pretty much. Except for maybe Pride. But yeah. I mean, hey, for the rest, solid team in terms of team making. Blue Bears, I mean, I like this team. This, posted in Blockwars by... Oh, this is just a copied team. This team is very similar to my first team. With exception for Kara and Amy. I mean, I'd like it. It would be really underpowered, but I like it. Purple team has 4 newcomers. Oh my god, 4 newcomers. With Impulse, Skizzleman, Gem, and Fwip paired with JoJo. This team would also be very underpowered, solely based on the fact that they have 4 newcomers. And JoJo as the top frag in Blockers is not very consistent yet. So I don't know about that one. And then finally, okay, yeah. Finally, we have Etho. Hey, this team would be really fun. I don't think Toby would be able to contain himself on this team. I also don't know about the pairing of Velvet and Etho, because Velvet is, can be explicit. Maybe actually, no, he's not that big of a talker during events, so I guess it wouldn't be that bad. Yeah, I mean, hey, this would be fun, but yeah, I don't think Etho is joining Block Wars anytime soon. Not because we don't want him, but because I don't think it's going to be possible to get him in. Anyways, next up, we have Block Wars 10 predictions. Now, this one will be quicker to go through, so let's take a look. This red team is insanely cracked. You have... yeah, you have a lot of good players. I don't think that would happen. This orange team is even more cracked. This literally has 4 S tiers on it. What are we doing? Yellow team is underpowered. It has, compared to orange, I don't understand how this would work. Green team is also underpowered, even more underpowered than yellow team. Aqua team is pretty dang good, but compared to... It's kind of similar to... Is it similar to... No, it's comparable to red. It's better than red, actually. Probably. But, anyways. Blue team... Kalen placement is interesting, but the rest of the team, it's a fun combo. I like the combination. This is a fun combination of people. Very hard to actually pull off in an actual event, though, due to how hard it is to cycle in and out the top frags of the event. Purple team, it's very fun on paper. I don't know if Michaela, Amy, and Gucky will play again, at least not as a trio, and especially not in a regular main event. But I like the thought behind it. And then pink team is interesting. It feels a little bit random. I also don't know if Boostfer and Lewis would want to be on the same team after Pandora's Box. But this was also posted before PB even happened, I think. So I guess they wouldn't have known. Anyways, cool teams. I mean, they're not bad. There's just balancing issues, and certain combinations and certain placements don't make as much sense. I don't know what this tier list is that is being used. If it's a tier list of like all Block Wars players, etc., then sure. But yeah, there's some people missing that I feel like would usually be in. Anyways, moving on. First time making Block Wars teams, hopefully balanced. This is gonna be hard to read. Let's take a look. Red team is like an all-women team. That's fine. I like it. This would be pretty good as well, pretty strong, so sure. Orange team, yeah, I mean, that could work, I guess. I don't know if Lagundo would make sense to be placed with Lenshu and / or Feinberg due to family friendliness, but for the rest, it's fine, I guess. Yellow team, Purple Chidundewa is insane. That is so strong. Raiga Rocky, interesting newcomer placement, and the rest of the team, sure, makes sense. Very MCC-esque team. Green team or lime team, this is very similar to Shane's last team, except you replace Martin and Ollie with Joel and Callum. It's a fun team though. It would work. It sure would work. Next up, the second half, Teal Turtles. You have a Dylan placement is very interesting. Okay. This team would be probably fine. So sure. Blue team would be very odd. Doesn't work, unfortunately. But when was this made? You wouldn't have been able to know that. I also don't really know if we would have Fillion in the events. I think we would be down to have them. I just don't know if they would be interested. And I don't know if Rainho would play without Sleepy. So sure. Purple team is good. I like purple team. Purple team is great. It is very strong though. It's very strong actually, but I really like it. It's a cool team. And then pink team is a little interesting. The fruit and smant combo makes sense. The fruit and gummy combo makes sense. The rest doesn't, but it's interesting. So sure. Next up, Team Preds because Wolfie likes them. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, this one's in a weird order. Red team is, sure, that works. Yellow team is really random. What are we doing here? What is this? Sandwich Lord and Jackass. I don't know if Jackass would make sense for main event. He would be more of an Origins player if he ever was added. Joe Bart doesn't fit on the team yet. And then Line Chew doesn't fit either. And then Ashley Roberto, not an actual person, Ashley Roboto also wouldn't fit on the team. So that would be a bit of a mismatch. Teal Turtles, Curry, Ollie, Rattles, Milkberry, Rafflegator. Rafflegator's a bit of an interesting placement here, I guess. The rest, sure. I mean, the rest would be fine. Purple team, Hannah, me, Lizzie, Joel, and Poundy. I mean, this would be a fun team, but that doesn't make... I mean, I guess it could make sense. I don't know if Lizzie would play without a 5-stack. But sure, the rest is whatever. Yeah, sure. Fine. And then what is the second half looking like? Shane, Scott, Shelby, Ollie, Delta. That team is underpowered, but it would be fun, but it's underpowered. Lime Lions, Fruit, Jimmy, Zam, Red, and Jack. That team is actually good. It's pretty... is that too strong? That might actually not be too strong either. I mean, a Fruit Red duo is really strong. So it might be a little bit too good, but I like it though. It's a fun team. So that's good. I actually... I don't know. I don't think Prince Zam is family friendly, and Jimmy very much is. So that might be a bit of a mismatch. Anyways, well, they do know each other, so maybe it could work. Blue Bears, Feinberg, Callum, Smant, Point Crow, Rainho. This would be a fun team. This would very much be a fun team. It would make a little bit more sense if, actually, I feel like Callum is a little bit out of place here. I feel like you'd want to put, like, Sleepy just for Rainho. Because, Rainho knows Eric on this team. And she'll probably know of Smant, and maybe she'll know of Feinberg. Callum is a little bit out of place. You would probably put someone else here. Maybe 5 up even, honestly. You could probably put 5 up there. That would be fine. And then Fuchsia Frogs, or like H-Bomb. Anyways, Puns Kaman. Oh, this is the Puns Kaman duo. Okay. Caitlin, Velvet, and Michaela. I mean, nothing wrong with this team. It's just very standard, so sure. Next up, Blocker Stand Predictions Mega Cracked Edition. I am scared. What are we looking at here? Alright, let's see. Shatter, Pun, Sapnap, Sneak, Boomer. Wow. Okay, I'm understanding the correctness of this. What to... Ant Frost, 5-Up, Greninja, Sleepy, Akko. There's not even a single bad player on this team. I guess not on Red either. Where's the bad players? Sandwich Lord, Apo, Kuda, Abston, Gracie, Nebular. Okay. What? Shane, me, Red, Callum, Fulham. That would be really fun, but oh my god. Pete, Fruit, Misty, Ryan, and Smant. This would be a very fun team. This would be a really, really cool team, but it's so strong. Then you got Feinberg, Booster, Parker, Zame, and Kylef. This would be a solid team. This would be fine. Curryway, Silverruns, Caman, Jojo, Solis, and Jobart. What are we doing? This wouldn't work, but sure. And then Purpled Wally, Kel Awesome, Space Brown, is Simply Fair. What are we doing? What are we doing? I just don't get it, man. I'm new to Blockwars. How realistic are these predictions? Red, Me, Spoke, Akko, Ghosty, Gucky. That could technically work. I don't know if we're gonna add many more lifesteal members soon, just because, to be completely honest, it is a little bit difficult to implement lifesteal members into teams that aren't already lifesteal teams, just because they don't really know that many people, and even and especially if they personally want to be on a team with people they know, then it just complicates things even further. Orange team, you got Shane, Pun, Sleepy, Lanchu, Rainho. This would be a very fun team. It's a very strong one, though. Yellow, Antfrost, Fur, Ollie, Pyro, Simple Flips. That would be... I mean, this could work. It's a little bit random, but sure. Green would be Feinberg, Joel, Fwip, Eloise, Jimmy. Feinberg's very much out of place here, but I guess it wouldn't be too bad. I mean, the rest of the team is a fun combination. Feinberg's just a little out of place. Swap Feinberg and Shane and you'd be fine. Aqua team, Jojo, SB, Lagundo, President, Pound Cake, Caitlyn. Caitlyn, I think, is only going to play with puns, so that wouldn't work. The rest of the team, I mean, sure. Blue team, Fruit, Shadoon, Jobart, Anthos, Velvet. This would be fine, I guess. It's very strong, though, and the same people would be getting to freaking bridges. Joe, Shadoon, and Anthos would just win again, and they've made it to bridges like 5 times in a row now. Purple team would be Misty, Booster, Boomer, Scott, Gem. This would be 2 different vibes mixed together. I don't think Booster or Boomer would fit the vibe of this team. But Booster or Boomer together would be fine, just not on this team. And then pink team is Curry, Hannah, Lewis, Demi, and Maddie. A little bit weird. Demi is out of place here. You'd have to replace Demi with someone else, probably. I don't think Demi would want to play on a team like this, just because she doesn't know anyone. So, yeah. Next up, finally, as well, some teams, no newcomers from 2 days ago. This is the most recent one, I think. Right? Probably. Scarlet Sharks, H-Bomb, Smant, Point Crow for me. This would be fun. I like this team. It is very... Is it very good? It's pretty good. It's pretty strong. Next up, you got the... Oh, Golden Gorillas is next. Feinberg, Scott, Nuke, Eret, Shelby. This, again, would be a bit of a mismatch. Because Feinberg and Nuke are very much people who try really hard in Block Wars, which is fine, obviously, but that's just the way they play. Whereas Eret isn't really... I mean, Eret tries, but Eret doesn't like super sweaty teams. I feel like Scott and Shelby also wouldn't really enjoy super sweaty teams, especially, at least in Block Wars. I don't know about MCC, but in Block Wars, I feel like they wouldn't enjoy that too much. Orange, you'd have Purpled, Puns, Joe, Gucky, and Michaela. This would be an interesting combination. For sure. It would be a very interesting combination. Lime team, you got Stu, Joko, Yodskull, Delta, and Sneak. This would work. It's a little bit weak, but it's fun, but it's a little bit weak. Teal, you got Shane, Grace, Ghosty, Maddie, and Jojo. This would be a fun team. This would be a very fun team. It's a little bit. Actually, this might be close to balanced. It's a little bit good because of Shane and Jojo as a duo. The rest is fine. Blue team, you got Pete, Parker, Poundy, Sparkles, and Jack. This would work, but it is also very cracked. A Pete and Parker duo is really strong, but this would be a very nice, relaxed team. I like it. Nice and chill. Purple team, you got Curry, Sleepy, 5-Up, Zam, and Lanchu. This team is, first of all, insanely cracked, and I also think the vibes wouldn't match up too well. I think if you replaced Curry with Feinberg, you could probably swap Curry and Feinberg, honestly. That would help. It would make it a little bit more good for the chemistry, but this team is really strong, so I don't And then lastly, the pink team, you got Ant, Ollie, Mid Mystic, Lewis, and Laguno. Sure, I mean that's a pretty standard looking team, so this would be fine. All right, that's me reviewing the fan-made Block Wars teams. As far as I'm aware, these are the only ones, at least as of recent, in terms of like Block Wars 10 or the ones that were made in between Block Wars 10 and now. Let me know which team or which fan-made team is your favorite. Honestly, this one's probably up there. This one is pretty good. I like this one. It's very correct though. I know there was one that I said was really well made. Oh, this purple team. This purple team is cool. It's a very MCC-esque. I mean, it has Parker on it, but yeah, let me know which one you like the most. Let me know which one is your favorite. And I'll see you all tomorrow again. Goodbye.